Has this ever happened to you? Huh? I sure hope it has. But believe it or not, most of you, it hasn't happened yet. And so I'm going to say hi to all the people in the chat and the super chatters, the inner circle members. So, hi, Arthur, Craig, Bill, Mary, Jerome, John, James, Kai, Deborah, Melody, Mike, Angel, Jamie, Jody. And I think Bill was up above there, but if he wasn't, hi, Bill. I see Eric there as well. Uh, let's go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is Has This Ever Happened to You? Has this ever happened to you? So now let me explain what this is. And it has to do with you not only making a decision, but for you truly, truly believing that it can happen for you. So, one of the unique things that happened for me is when I met my mentor and he showed me his $62,000 check still in the company envelope. And when you unfolded the check, it was attached to the stub. When he shared with me what needed to happen to achieve a check like that, my mind only did one thing. Is I said to myself, I did not believe. I did not believe that I could ever make 62 grand a month. But this is what I did. I went, I wonder, do I believe, do you believe, do I believe that I could do 10%? 10% of what he was doing. And at that time, as an auto mechanic, that would be double the income that I made as an auto mechanic 36 years ago. So at the age of 27, I believe, I'm looking at him and I'm going, huh. Then what he did is he messed me up forever. He did the next two things that messed me up forever. And if someone hasn't done these to you, I'm sorry. Because if they haven't, you need to do this for yourself. So the next thing he showed me, because he understands this industry very well, is he grabbed a 3-ring binder and he opened it up and it had clear sheets in it. And he went to the clear sheets and he flipped it over and he said, listen, this is Sherry. She's a preschool teacher. This is a picture of me and her. And you can see that she's holding a color copy of her check where it was just a little over $12,000. What does she used to do? She's a preschool teacher. Oh, wow. Dyslexic. Yeah, not the sharpest tool in the shed. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Next page. This is Lori. She was a waitress. Here's a picture of me and her, and she's got a copy of her colored check, a color copy of her check. Back then, by the way, I don't remember, but it's like $2, $3 to get a colored copy, right? Had to go to, I don't know. I don't remember it. I don't even know if Kinko's was open then, but there wasn't too many people around that had a color copier, right? And so this is her, and her check was $9,800. What did she do? Waitress. Okay. This person, his name's Mark. He sold pots and pans. He lives in New Jersey. Some of you know who I'm talking about. here's me and him, and here's a colored copy of his check, $10,000. What did he do? He sold pots and pans door to door. I don't like sales. I don't like salespeople. There is no way in hell am I going door to door. So far, 3 for 3, right? Not a preschool teacher, not a waitress, not pots and pan door to door salesperson. All right. Okay. Here's the next person. His name is Ricky. Okay. Ricky used to sell pagers. This is a picture of me and him and a colored copy of his check for $12,000. Sold pagers. Yeah, he lives in Utah. All right. And all right. Are you guys getting this? This person, Rich. Okay. San Jose, California. This is a picture of me and him, and here's his check for $11,000. Color copy of his check. Okay. What did Rick do? He digs holes for a living. Yeah. He worked for a company, and they're the ones that come up and drill wells. So they just dig down in the ground and hit water and then put a casing inside of there and then drop a pump down there, hooked to a tube that runs to wherever you want your supply, to a tank, you know what I mean, for cattle or maybe a home. What? Yeah. I said, I used to work in the oil field. I used to work in construction. I used to work for a guy that put in septic tanks, drain field. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, I know exactly what the drill is. A small rig. It's a small drilling rig. And they run the bit down, pull it up, run water through it, dig down until they hit the water. I know exactly what that is. And he goes, really? And I said, yeah. That's when, bam, it clicked for me. Has this ever happened to you? And I only wanted to know a couple things. I said, how long did he work with you? Oh, he got this check after working with me for 2 months. $6,000 a month. 2 months. And you're going to show me exactly what he did? Yeah. All these people are the same. What did you used to do? I used to put tires. I worked at a tire store. Okay. And what else? And install car stereos. Oh my God. I am going to make millions of dollars. Because as soon as I said to myself, if this person can do it, I can do it. If this person can do it, I can do it. If this person can do it, I can do it. Are you listening to me? Because if this hasn't happened to you, then it's not going to happen to you. There's got to be something in you that goes, I don't know anything. I don't know what this person does. Because here's where you get in trouble. Majority of the people fit in this category. And if you're watching this live or recorded, lot of people are in this category. Oh, I know what it is. I know what you do. What? Know-it-alls? People that have ego, edging God out. See, a majority of the people go, oh, I know what this is. I know what you do. No, you do not. You don't have a freaking clue what I do. Oh, no. I've been in a number of companies and I've read a couple of books, and I know what you do. If you knew what the hell I did and you didn't do it to never work for another human being again, are you just a freaking idiot? Are you mentally challenged? You do not know what I do. Oh, yeah, I know what you do. It might be a little bit illegal. I think, Bernie Madoff, this sort of pyramid thing, you buy overpriced products and, in the bad economy, people don't want to buy overpriced products. And I go, you are mentally not even close. Hang on. I know what kind of programming you got. I know what kind of programming you got. And I used to have it. Employ consumer mentality. My philosophy was messed up. You do not know what I do. You do not know what I do. See, because if you said, if you can do it, I can do it, then you would want to know exactly what I do. See, I was in a different bracket. I was clueless. Clueless. I did not even comprehend what you needed to do to make 62,000. I just went, I've never met or shook hands or talked to anyone that's made 62 grand a month. I am going to surrender, humble myself, and just will admit I do not know step 1, step 2, step 3. I don't have a clue what you do. See? And so when I humbled myself and said, I don't have a clue what you do. Then I said, how long have you been doing this? He said, about 6 months. I said, oh my God, what if I made $60,000 a month and it took me 5 years? Would it be worth it? Yeah, it would. To learn a skill that every company in the world wants? Listen closely. You learn the right things to do and the right skill. Do you know what every company in the world wants? Every company. They want more customers. They want more affiliates. They want more profits for them and their stockholders. Every company in the world that has a service or a product wants people to buy it. That's why affiliate marketing is at Walmart, at Apple, at Tesla, at Amazon. Why do companies have affiliate programs? Because if they can pay you to sell more of their products and services, that is a no-brainer. No-brainer. So the people that struggle are the people who go, I know what you do. No, you don't. Because if you did, you'd do it until you mastered it, until you got great at it. If you just did what I did, right? So we got the know-it-alls that won't do it. And then you got the other group that's not like me that, okay, Robert, I'll do what you do, but not the way you do it. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I've taken some courses, I've read some books, I hired some personal coaches and stuff. And by the way, I'm pretty freaking smart. Really? Yeah. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what you did in the past. I don't care if you're really good at it. But you can't take the things you learned to be a doctor or a nurse into this. You can't take the stuff that you learned to be a lawyer into this. You can't take what you know as an auto mechanic and bring it into this. You can't take what you already know that got you to where you are and mix it together in ingredients to make a bad dessert or a bad dish, and then do that in this industry and win. And the reason why is because what you do, you can't teach another person to do. So if it doesn't duplicate, it's not going to work. If you can help other people through a little system, a little tiny system where people mentally and in their heart go, is that all you do? Serious? Yeah. Man, that sounds too simple. You know, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. No, honest. I'll show you how you get a bullseye. Is you stand behind this line and you take a dart and you hold it like a pencil. Try not to move your arm, but just move your wrist. See, I stuck it in the wall. No, listen, man, I can show you videotapes. The World Dart Throwing Association. I'm telling you, man, people throw 3 bullseyes in a row. They play this game called 501, 701 because they're professionals, and they see the little line on triple 20. Yeah, there's double 20 and there's triple 20. These people will throw 3 darts in a row in that triple 20. 60, 120, 180. Yeah, I'll show you. It just takes them a few rounds and they win. And they win millions of dollars. There's got to be more to that than that. Yes, there is. See, I knew it. I knew there was something. It's called practice. One, make a decision. What this video is about. Has this ever happened to you? I need you to answer honestly. Because tomorrow's video is how to get this belief in you. But if you've never said, oh my God, if that person did it, I can do it. If that person did it, I can do it. If that person did it, I can do it. If you've never, ever did that, there's your problem. So once Bill showed me those testimonials and Rich, the hole digger, I went, that guy made 10 grand a month. It's 11 grand. 60 days? Yeah. Now I only want to know one thing. Okay, can you just share with me how he did that? Bill said, absolutely. Absolutely. You ready? I said, yeah. He says, first thing you got to do is get excited. All right. So, Robert, what would you do if I endorse this $62,000 check over to you? What would you do with it? Oh my God. For real? Yeah. I'd pay the back payments on my car so it wouldn't get repossessed. I'd turn my lights back on. I'd pay the couple of months that I'm late on my rent so I don't get kicked out of my apartment. That would take a lot of pressure off me. Okay, cool. If you did those things, how would you feel? Oh my God. I'd get my nose above water. You know what I mean? It'd really be awesome. Then what would you do? I'd arranged for me to go pick up my son. I'm a single father, and his mom's watching him right now. And I asked her to do that because I've been in a bad situation with the cast and stuff on my leg and financially. Okay, cool. What would it feel like when you got your son back living with you? I don't want to go there because I don't need to break up in front of you. What would you do next? Well, I told my girlfriend that I didn't think I could take care of her anymore. She didn't ask me to. I just didn't feel worthy. Lost my identity. So I would like to fly back to Montana and get on my knees and beg her uh, to marry me. How would that feel? Dude? Yeah. He goes, Robert, I can make those things happen. I said, I believe you. I believe you. If you help these people, I believe that you can help me. He said, so are you excited now? And I said, yeah. He said, you got to think about that all day, every day. All day, every day. You got to daydream. Next step is you got to talk to strangers. What do you say? Hi. Get eye contact with them. Hi, how are you? Wow. Hey, listen, I was wondering if you could do me a huge personal favor. Do you know anyone right now that's looking to make extra money? I'm with a company right now and they're expanding. No, no, I'm helping somebody expand a company. This guy's amazing. He's just a few years older than me. He's showing me how to do this, and he makes 62 grand a month. I seen the check. I seen the check attached to the stuff. You don't need any experience, and I want to hook people directly with them. Is there any way I could get your phone number? And if you'd like, I can set up an appointment when you get home, and I can drive over to your home and show you this videotape of him explaining who we are, what we do, and also his documentation. And I know you're going to know some people. I know you're going to know some people. He goes, Robert, can you do that? You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Robert, you want to say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. So what I shared with these people on this, on these clear, clear sheets, these pictures of them holding their checks, is I made $10,000 my first month. Let me show you the check. Wow, how'd you do that? He says, well, I know you've never done this business before, but I was able to get 70 people in front of my person, just like the video, in my first 30 days. So let's say you're half of me. I said, I'm not half of anybody. He says, okay, if these people did it and I did it, let's say that you get 70 people to watch this video in your first 30 days. He says, that will create you enough people that I promise you a few of them will get involved. And when they get involved, that's what happens. And he said, do you know what the difference is between this $9,800 check and the other people that made over 10 grand? And I said, what? He said, 2,000 in volume. We call it points. So my goal is for you to hit 25K. At that time, they called it a sales coordinator. And he says, if you do that in your first 30 days, then, 25% of sales coordinator volume would make you 9,800. But if we did 27,000 in volume, then you would make a $10,000 check. So we want to go for 27,000. I said, okay. He goes, Robert, I believe in you. I know you can do this. And I said, I know I can too. I'm going to do it. He goes, if you ever need my help, just let me know. I said, okay. And that's when he asked me, where do I see myself getting started? And then I told him I didn't have any money. And then he said, don't worry about that right now. I said, okay. He goes, let me explain to you a person that I would like to meet that think of their first name. And that's when he did what I've shared with a lot of you on my videos, is who do you know that's outgoing, that's positive, that's a leader, has above average clothes and vehicles and automobiles, and they should have that toy. The person with the most toys wins. So they got, snowmobiles, and they got wave runners, and they got quad runners, and they have, a pontoon and a ski boat and an RV. I was like, they're good at storytelling. They're always the life of the party. They're just an awesome person. They'll get the shirt off your back. Who is that person? Rick. He goes, okay, if I called Rick and said, hey, Rick, I know you don't know me directly, but I'm talking to a friend of yours, Bobby. We're expanding a company and we're looking for people that would know people that need to make extra money. When I explained the person I'm looking for, he said, you, Rick, based off his recommendation alone, is there any way I can get a few minutes of your time? If I called Rick and said that, if I reached out to Rick today, we could do it on social media. If I did that, would you introduce me to Rick? You can call him, say, hey, Rick, yeah, Bobby, what's up? Listen, you got a minute? Yeah, I want to introduce you to someone. Wham, hand over the phone. He says, or I'll call him. If I said exactly what I said to you, would you give me his number? And I said, yeah. And I gave him a number. He called him, talked to him for a couple of minutes. Rick's on his way down. My whole life changed. So if this hasn't happened to you, if you haven't said or seen a story, seen somebody that made you go, man, if that person can do it, I can do it. And please listen closely. It doesn't have to be the big money or the big stories. You know, I show videos all the time where there's like 92 people that ranked events in the last couple of months in Nigeria. And if people hit 1K and 5K and 10K and 25K and 50K, that means these people have made anywhere from a couple of $100 to $17,000. But if all these people could do it in Nigeria or Hungary or Romania, it was neat to see a big training in London this weekend. And while I'm watching it, I'm going, oh my God, about 120 people there. I got like 60 people there. That's pretty cool. Training happening in London with Josh Wagel, some of the top leaders, and I'm here while they're training. Love it. Love it. All from doing what I just shared with you. So tomorrow, I'm going to do a video to teach you, and some of you might have already figured it out, but on a scale to 1 to 10, this has got to be a trillion. Seriously. If you have never said, if that person can do it, I can do it. If that person can do it, I can do it. If that person can do it, I can do it. That's why we put together the interviews with Joshua, Daramella, and Joshua, A, and Mary, because I wanted to start doing interviews with people. And when I first started with this company, I did an interview with Melody Riba because she hit 25K and made over 10 grand. In fact, Melody's been with me long enough to make over $1 million in commissions. I've helped 67 people do that. I've helped hundreds of thousands of people get an extra payday, an extra deposit, and I can help you. So if this hasn't happened to you, make sure you watch the video tomorrow. How do I believe in myself? Because this is the first step that you got to do. Because if you don't do that, if you don't believe, and you don't believe that you can introduce people properly to this company and get them to believe that they can do it as well, then you're not going to have a group. And if you don't have a group, then you're not going to make that money. So if you don't believe it, then you're just not going to do it. How many of you feel like you're stuck? You're overwhelmed. You're frustrated. You don't understand. You keep finding the wrong people. This ain't working for you. It's because A, you're not doing what I'm doing. You're not. Or 2, you don't believe. So since you don't believe that you can do it like I do it, then you do it a different way with different psychology, different belief. and you got to struggle with the results. Oh, God. Robert, I hate when you make me take personal responsibility. So, anyway, with that all said, I believe in you. I know you can do this. You just got to switch a couple of things, get your philosophy right, keep it simple so it duplicates, stop doing all the distraction stuff, you know, stop doing things that work but don't duplicate. Yeah. Got to throw away, the things that don't work and focus on the things that do. So I love and appreciate you. If you know anyone that hasn't had this happen to them yet, let them watch this video. And if no one's ever given you permission to be successful and happy and fulfilled in life, let me be the first, because my mentors showed me their lifestyle, told me I could do it. I did what they did, got above average at doing what they did, and then I got those results. And you can too. Love and appreciate you. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.